The year is 8,000. 6,000 years into the future. The world has all but fallen apart. The only pieces that remain are a final, disgusting lot of mutants, scumbags, and freaks. Humanity has been all but wiped out. And anything that remains must fight, kill, to survive. Including Santa Claus.
Let's get into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review and an unboxing of an animated horror movie called Infinite Santa 8000. That's right, Synapse Films put this out a few days ago, and it is out for release. This is the director's cut. This is a special edition director's cut from Synapse that I got to check out. They sent out to me to check out for myself and see what I thought of it. And I'm going to tell you all about this crazy animated mayhem film that reminds me of a lot of the early YouTube days. And this actually was put out many years ago. There was a web series that was put out in the early 2000s, late 2000s. And then they put out this full feature film from 2013. And now it's finally out for you to be able to have on Blu-ray, and it looks crisp, and we're going to talk about it right now, and then we'll get into all the extras afterwards. So, ho, ho, ho. But yeah, just in time for the holidays for you guys, because, obviously, we're going to be looking for some new films to check out that are going to be bloody and horror-filled, and man, is Infinite Santa 8000 chock full of animated blood and gore. There is so many different types of mutants and creatures and things that adorn the screen that Santa literally is chopping through one body at a time. And he is this cyborg sort of creature. There is sort of a history to what happened, and they kind of go over it in some of the earlier stuff, the earlier web series, as to how Santa came about, which is included on this disc, by the way, and I did watch, which was actually really cool. But they set it in this post-apocalyptic future that's like Mad Max or something. The world is completely torn apart, and Santa is still doing his job, even though, there's really nobody around anymore. And I guess there's this mad scientist that is just wanting to stop Christmas once and for all, because CYBORG Santa won't quit. Santa teams up with this girl who is one of those misfits that got away from the scientist. They kind of battle against the Easter Bunny and this mad scientist and stuff. There is definitely an Easter Bunny in this, by the way. So it's pretty wild. No, I realize that animation isn't for everybody, but I think if you're going to go this bananas with it, this is kind of the way that you should go with it if you're going to interest people who are not interested necessarily in animation. Now, there is so much graphic gore and mayhem on the screen that it actually does become almost a little too desensitizing, but I actually still really enjoyed it. It isn't the funniest thing I've ever seen, but you will not be bored by this movie. Although the time for this movie is 1 hour and 42 minutes, which I think ran a little too long for my particular taste, but they really just wanted to go all out, And boy, did they. Oh, and if you like metal, it's got a pretty cool soundtrack to some songs. I don't know. I wouldn't say it sounds necessarily like anything in particular, but it definitely has a pretty cool soundtrack to this one. They have 2 songs that they'll play different times. Plus the score for it was pretty decent too. So the sound effects are all on point. So, I love putting together sound effects in stories and stuff like that. So, if you've seen any of my old work and my podcasts where we make up movies, I've done a lot of that. So I really enjoyed it. If you're into like wild, crazy stories that exist in like a parallel dimension where Santa Claus is like carving up mutants, then I think you're going to enjoy something like this. I mean, I don't know how else to really kind of put it. It's got some pretty decent artwork. It kind of reminds me of the old days of like Flash, where they have the Flash moving around it. So the way they animate it wasn't like, you know, the newer style of animation. Flash was very popular for a very long time, and it just has that Flash vibe about it, in my opinion. I think it's, you know, a lot of the times I've seen some like horror movies that try to do this with it. I think I just watched one at the festival here not too long ago about this giant bug creature, which I thought was pretty fun. This one I feel is a little bit better because it really just goes for it. And, you know, it's just like kind of perfectly in that spot for a lot of people who just want to see some crazy stuff on the screen. You know, the story isn't going to be the most well thought out thing, but they do have a lot of villains and a lot of creatures that are all individually hand drawn and made to fit the screen here. And I think that's a lot of effort to put into it. And even if they use Flash, my God, there is so much animation for an hour and 42 minutes to do. Like, holy crap. You know, he teams up with this misfit girl who is part like robot, I guess they would say. Not alien, but just a robot girl. And you find out her connection to how she got there a little bit. And she kind of teams up and they fight against the bad guys. The bad guy is just like the skinny, he looks like an elf. I don't know, but he's like an elfy looking dude. Took a little time for me to kind of get into it. And like I said, it is a little long, but aside from those two things, if you like the idea of seeing a cyborg Santa that's animated, cutting through maybe thousands of mutants, then this is definitely going to be a movie that you'll probably enjoy. Now, I'm not going to go and say this is the best animated movie I've ever seen or anything like that. I'm somewhere at about a 6, maybe a 6.5 out of 10. You know, it's good, but it wasn't like amazing. I would definitely watch this again though, if I'm in the mood, especially around Christmas. This would probably be an early one that you would watch around Christmas to kind of get in the spirit of it. And then, you know, watch your regular ones after that. I think it's a fun one. I think you should check it out. Right now, it's on Amazon. So if you want to pick up a copy for yourself, it'll help out the channel here. Might be something that you might want to check out if you've seen some of the footage here that I've shown and it looks like something up your alley. It does come with a bunch of extras, and I'm going to get into that now. I'm going to show you what's inside everything of this release right now. So yeah, Infinite Santa 8000 Director's Cut. This slipcover is pretty nice. They have it all kind of laid out there for you. It gives you a good idea. You'll get this included with it. I did look up on Amazon. It's about $20 right now, $21 on sale. Let's see. I don't think that there's a reversible. No, there is not a reversible cover on this. On the inside, not too much, just the catalog for Synopsis Films. And this is the 2023 product catalog. So they put this out. This is a re-release that they've put out because I guess they sold out of it before, I'm assuming. Now, for some of the bonus materials on this that you get, we get a feature audio commentary with creators Greg Anson and Michael Neal, who sit down and talk with you quite a bit about it. They have the audio commentary on the movie, and they also have audio commentary on the web series that's included in this, which it's all in one part, but it's you know, all the parts together, and they talk through the whole thing on there, as well as just watching it by itself. That's a 13-part web series, by the way, and they have the multiple interview featurettes with the cast and crew, and sort of how the like history of it got started. They were looking to make something for Christmas, and they thought, well, we can make something that would last forever if we did a Christmas one, because there's not too many Christmas movies. There is an original promotional trailer and 2 music videos that I saw, which they have a lot of metal in this that is jamming while the whole screen is getting mutilated by Santa's sword, and I guess it's more of a machete, but he carries it on his side like he's hacking off branches of a Christmas tree. That's pretty much it for the extras on here. You're gonna get what you expect from this one. I am a fan of it, but I'm not like exactly the most amazed at this. I did enjoy it though, and there is a lot of creativity that is put into this. I like the artwork in it. It's definitely sufficient enough. There is a lot going on though, so just expect that. You will be blown away by the amount of stuff going on in this movie. It's like I said, it's a little overwhelming in some parts of the film. You're just like, holy shit, this is still going. Yeah, if this is something that you're into, I'd say get it. If you're kind of on the fence and you're not really sure, you might want to just check it out online. I'm sure they'll have it up at some point in time on some service or whatever. And then if you like it, you can get a copy. Thank you, MVD Entertainment, and of course, Synapse Films for supporting the channel here. We really appreciate you guys. You're always here to help out, and I appreciate you a whole bunch. So thank you for letting me check this out. Tune in, make sure you check out all the videos because I hide a little bit of something in here for later on. And if you've been missing it, well, it's for those who pay attention. But anyway, thank you guys for coming by. And as always, long live the void.